And in the words of B.B. King, never make your move too soon. I want to give a shout out to my grandmother. She's 77 today, and we about to turn up for her birthday. It is Teen's birthday.
This ain't a teen.
She's 77, and we're not going to the dog track tonight. No.
And we also want to wish all of our listeners, say hello to all our listeners. Michael Anderson, hello.
Mike, get well, Mike.
So good to see our little Mimis on Facebook today. And Terry, get well. Terry Lumpkin and Barbara Lumpkin, get well.
Get well.
And my friend Kiva McGee, she's blowing me up on my phone. Hey, Kiva in Chicago. What's up, girl? We miss you.
Hey, Kiva.
Faye Wilson, the newlyweds in Atlanta, Georgia.
Kim.
And also, I want to say big congratulations to my good friend Kiva, the nail diva. Kim, the nail diva.
Kiva ain't doing them nails.
Kiva, yes, she does. And Kiva Beckton, they got engaged last night. We were right there. What were we? Season 52?
Yeah, they got engaged. She got on her knees and said, "Will you marry me?"
She got on her knees, and the restaurant was clapping,
crying.
It was crying and stuff. Congratulations, y'all. I'm so happy for you.
Okay, back with Miss Phillis Lewis.
What are we talking about?
Bisexuality.
And what's the mission of our show?
I said that.
Yeah.
You did?
You drunk already? My mama too drink before the show. My goodness.
I'm drinking water.
Yeah. So,
vodka is clear too.
There you go. So, okay. Back on this. Would you marry a man or woman?
Tell her the question is from Chicago.
This is from Chicago.
Okay.
Kiva McGee. She says, since you are a bisexual, which would you marry, a man or a woman, if it came up?
Either one.
And then how would you not be able to interact with the opposite sex again, ever?
That would be the person that I was with. You guys are making this way more difficult than it has to be.
Yeah.
Like when someone
shaking your head for edit.
When someone chooses to be a lesbian, you are choosing to be with women for the rest of your life.
And I'm not giving up nothing, honey. I ain't missing
exactly. And as a bisexual, that just means that I have two different sexes that I have the choice of. If I choose to be with a woman and we get married, I will be with that woman until death do us part.
Okay.
And vice versa. If I end up marrying a man, I will be with that man until death do us part.
And so does the feeling ever go away? The attraction?
Are you saying do I have urges?
Not urges, feelings.
Urges.
Urges, that's the same thing?
Anyone, if you're walking down the street and you see someone that you find attractive, whether you're bi, straight, gay, whatever, you're going to be like, oh, that's nice. and keep it pushing.
I
can't do that. Hey, Sean, I can't push you, baby.
She lying. So there she is right here. So let's dispel this myth. I've heard this before. People say everybody's bisexual.
I think everyone has the potential.
Oh, Lord.
I think it's possible.
Call 901-260-5926. Phillis said it. I didn't say it.
Well, they said at one time or another that the person has had an attraction, but they may not have acted on it.
You may have a physical attraction to someone, but you may not want to take it any further than that.
So let's go back to the pansexual. Because someone asked what we're going to talk about and clear up the differences between pansexual and bisexual. I know you did it a little bit earlier. And so I'm looking at the definition. And it says that if you meet someone and you put your hand in their pants and you're okay with whatever is there. And it could be anything. And that you have the ability to date anyone in the LGBTQ community or anyone in the heterosexual community. That, no one is off limits as far as your attraction. And it's not a gender that you're attracted to. It's more or less the person.
Correct.
Okay. I learned something.
Okay, so
the more you know.
What about, let's dispel this myth that bisexuality is just a phase.
It's not a phase. I think that you have some people who think it's a phase because they've come into contact with people who are finding themselves, like someone who may have once lived their life as being straight, but is now, you know, realizing that, hey, this is not the life that I want to live. So they start shifting to the other side. And at first they may say that I'm bisexual, but they're really not. They're actually gay or they're a lesbian. They just haven't fully shifted over yet.
So you're saying there's stages to this. It could possibly be, okay, for instance, I dated men, right?
Right.
But I've always had...
Switch hitter.
That's where the stem comes in.
Yeah. But I always had an attraction for women. But at the time, men were my only option. Because I didn't know that there were other people out there that felt like I did. I hadn't discovered the gay community yet.
Right.
So I didn't know that I could date a woman. So I suppressed those feelings. And I just did what I was taught to do, which is date men. And so when I found out that there was another world, and the world was open and available to me, I quickly put some pedal to the metal, baby, and burn rubber.
What?
Oh my!
I got to leave here. Bye.
Well, we have a caller. Caller, you live on the Unleashed Voice on KWAM 990. Talk to us. Good evening.
Good evening.
Right.
Wait a minute. We're talking about the B and LGBTQ.
That's what we're talking about. We'll answer those questions, and we'll save your question for another show.
He may be bisexual.
And, yeah.
He bisexual.
We'll save your question for another show. Well, you can get on Google and find out the answers.
Loose hair.
I have
All right,
another,
back to you,
another
Phillis.
text for you, and this is from Michael Anderson. So he says, is your guest saying lesbian choose to be gay? Is that what she does?
I'm saying that, like you were saying earlier, that you were dating men.
Right.
And you had that urge, you had the attraction for women, but you suppressed it because you didn't know about the community, that you didn't know that you had somewhere else that you could go. But when you found out, you immediately, you stopped dating men, and then you only dated women from that point. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that some people go through that stage. Not everyone does it. Some people, you have what they call them, gold stars, that they've never been.
What's the definition, please?
A gold star is someone who is either lesbian or gay that has never been with the opposite sex.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Terry.
Repeat it one more time.
A gold star is someone who has never been with the opposite sex.
But they identify as either lesbian or
So
gay.
you're technically a virgin.
Oh.
Who's a virgin? I'm
The
not a
person.
virgin.
No,
The gold star person.
Okay, let me give you some gold. Let me give you some blonde hair.
Okay.
So they're technically a virgin.
Not necessarily. If they slept with, if two women sleep together, they're still having sex.
Well, they don't. Okay. It's like you're a virgin if you've never slept with a man. My best friend has never slept with a man, so she's a virgin.
With men.
With me.
Okay. Yes.
No,
with men.
she's never dated slept with a man or male. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So she's a virgin.
I'm confused.
Now, back in the day, she used to be a stud.
She was still a stud.
Is she a still now?
She used to have a Jerry curl with gold teeth and stuff.
Ooh, she gonna get you.
She used to carry a gun. She went to jail. So let me ask you this. So, what about just another myth? They said that bisexual individuals contribute to the spread of HIV and AIDS because they're going back and forth with men and women. What do you think about that?
That's a dumb question.
No, that was a myth they had. I looked up this on the internet.
I mean, go ahead.
I think that anyone who, you know, has sex unprotected has the potential of spreading any type of disease.
Okay.
You know, if you don't protect yourself.
Thank you.
It was a myth. They had it on this website.
I know. I'm not saying you asked the question.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the thought, just like this caller that just called.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
And hold on, let me say one thing because I know he's still listening. This your last time calling this radio show.
Oh, Curtis, you got my mama mad.
This your last time.
Oh, Lord.
Next time you call this radio show, I'm going to let you have it. We might get suspended off the air because I'm going to let you have it.
Oh, no.
Don't you call here no more.
Oh, Lord, no. Okay.
Back to what's to be.
The loose here. Okay, so let's dispel this. Lord, my blood pressure high now. Lord have mercy.
He called last week. Don't you call this radio show no more.
Lord. Okay, so let me ask you this. Oh, Lord. So,
we gonna get some act right up here.
oh, Lord.
I'm good.
What about the stigmas of bisexual individuals? The stigmas that bisexual individuals deal with within the LGBTQ community.
I don't think we have as many stigmas as everyone else. Well, at least on my end. I can only speak for being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know I'm bi unless I tell them.
Okay, so
it's like I work in a corporate atmosphere, and most of the people have no idea. And it wouldn't unless, you know, you tell them, or unless, you know, your significant other just happens to come up to your job or something like that. Other than that, everyone assumes that you're straight. So
what about the community? How does individuals in the community treat you?
I've had no problems. I've had a few, like, individuals that have questioned me about my sexuality and asked me was I confused and stuff like that. But other than that, no really big problems.
I would probably say the reason that is a minority, because a lot of people won't say that they are bisexual.
Correct.
Because of the negativity that the gay community, you know, we discriminate against each other within our own community.
Right. Like you were saying that, you know, with lesbians, like if you find out that the person that you're seeing is bi, you're going to be like, oh, red flag.
Well, back in the day, you know, there was like an unwritten rule. Well, you know, actually, my wife is bisexual. So, so we, you know, we're past that now. You know, when you get a little more mature, but there are still some that hold that same torch and like to carry that torch.
Yes. And
not welcome or include the bisexual identified people that identify themselves as being bisexual into the gay community. Like you're not welcome to the lesbian club.
You're like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, and I think it's just because of people just don't understand. Because actually, I'm learning a lot today.
Me too.
They don't understand, and they don't take the time to understand or investigate or ask questions, and they just go off the ignorance that they hear day in and day out.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so if I see a woman and I say she's fine,
you're not bisexual.
I'm bisexual.
No, sir.
You better give me 5.
No, sir.
Loose here. I still no.
He bisexual.
No, listen for real. I see fine women.
He bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
How would you still don't talk about me without me? But I see attractive women, and I can say, hey, she's fine. And because back in my heyday, I wasn't nothing nice. I was rough, baby. I had them fighting over me and crying over me. I had a microphone singing, they were falling out.
Oh
no.
But no, so
that was his worst nightmare.
So what would you think now? How would I identify now?
Just because you find someone, would you have sex with a woman?
How much money?
See?
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
So, are you straight for pay? Is that
right?
Hey, look here.
I think he'll go back down that road. I think he'll try. But I think, Phillis, that's a good question. Will women accept a man if they know he's bisexual? And she's hetero. She's strictly hetero. Will she accept a man that's bisexual?
I would say yes. It depends on how he looked and how he.
If he told her. I disagree.
I would say most wouldn't.
I agree with you.
There's some thirsty women out here.
Now, you do
thirsty?